Several hundred people have been at a recruitment day in Newmarket hoping to get one of 25 jobs at the new QD store. 5 new QD shops have now opened in the region this year.
Dominated by an age-old industry, Newmarket has a timeless quality. But even here, evidence of today's economic problems are everywhere. A new QD store at the old Woolworths site is creating 25 new jobs. Today, several hundred hopefuls queued up, including Brian Holly, who was made redundant in November after 43 years in racing.
Because I don't ride out anymore, it's just so hard to get groundwork. And I've never known it so hard in Newmarket.
After 21 years, I've just been made redundant. So it's a big shock to the system. So I'm actually going everywhere I can and putting CVs in, application forms in. The last job I went for was about 127 people, but otherwise some of the other ones haven't even got back to me.
QD Stores has already opened 4 new shops in the region this year. Almost 2,000 people attended its recruitment day in Wellingborough. Its strategy is to snap up old Woolworths sites at cut-down prices.
We've always been in the discount sector, and obviously through times like this, I think the discounters probably fare quite well.
The company's planning to open more shops across the region, and it's expecting more queues. Joel Mapp, BBC Look East, Newmarket.
The new Chief Constable of Essex has been appointed. He's Jim Barker-McArdle. He replaces Roger Baker, who took early retirement. He was previously Deputy Chief Constable of Kent. Visitors to this year's Lowestoft Air Show are being asked to contribute a minimum of £2 each to ensure the event's survival. The 2-day show opens tomorrow. Last year it attracted over 400,000 people.
Now, this is a good story. An old school sign which has been hanging in a church at Holton St Mary in Suffolk for nearly 50 years is believed to be the work of the artist Thomas Gainsborough. It's thought to have been painted when he was just 21 years old.
A school sign designed by one of the most famous painters of the 18th century. Spotted by an art expert, the same boy was seen in a signed drawing in a New York library. Realising it was the work of Gainsborough, she told church warden Jean Stiles. She couldn't believe it.
So that's the painting there. It's been there nearly 50 years, but no one had, as far as I know, no one had any idea that it was anything to do with Gainsborough.
The sign was painted in 1748 when the local rector founded the school.
The picture shows a schoolboy. In one hand he has a book, and the other hand he has his spade, which is in fact a Suffolk spade shape, so I'm told. And he's standing in front of the school and the church.
The painting hung inside the schoolhouse above a fireplace for years, and it was there it suffered smoke damage. But when this was sold as a private house, it moved across inside the church. And it was then in the 1960s that a local artist decided he was going to try and restore it. But he painted over some of the boy's original features in a rather different style.
It has been cleaned, it has been altered and overpainted, and I think the work, it's now probably not very high value, just out of interest to us as part of the village history.
It's now hoped the sign will go to the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge to be restored. Locals hope it will then continue to be on display at the church in the village it was made for. Felicity Simper, BBC Look East.
A new report has ruled out the introduction of a congestion charge in Cambridge until at least 2017. It says money should be invested to build more cycle lanes and improve public transport. However, it also warns that future governments are likely to cut spending on public projects. A meeting is being held tonight about a leak at Sizewell A nuclear power station in Suffolk. 40,000 gallons of radioactive water leaked from a broken pipe in January 2007. It was just after the power station was shut down for the last time. An alarm system was not working. The emergency was spotted by a nuclear contractor. The report into the incident was obtained by the Shutdown Sizewell campaign. For lovers of both classical music and horses, there was a double treat today near Norwich. A riding school at Stoke Holy Cross put on a unique display of equine excellence with a few strings attached.
classical equitation, the art of training horses to move gracefully in set routines. But it was a first for these high steppers today, as they were accompanied by a live string quartet.
It's certainly very good for them. It has a very good rhythmic and ambient feel for them, and it helps to keep them relaxed and calm, and you will see that they will pick up the music themselves.
And it seemed to work. Far from phasing them, the horses held their heads and hooves high and effortlessly went through their paces, much to the delight of their audience.
I think it's just like the way that they're so responsive and they look so brilliant. They just make it look so easy.
And it's not?
No, definitely not. It's the opposite from easy.
They just look so elegant when they're riding around, and they just look really lovely as they're going.
I like the way how the horses are so controlled, and they just look so amazing.
Juxtaposition of the strings with the horses, it's amazing, I think.
Do you like the horses?
Yes.
What do you like about them?
And the plats.
Horses from the highly trained Portuguese Lusitanos, music by the German Henschel Quartet, a chance to show off for horse and rider, a touch of Strictly Come Trotting for lovers of everything classical. Carol Bundock, BBC Look East, Norfolk.